Is XRP Ripple facing its biggest challenge after dropping below $3? In a startling turn of events, the cryptocurrency XRP has witnessed a substantial decrease of 25% from its recent peak. This plunge raises a critical question for investors. Should they seize the opportunity to buy into this dip, or is it time to retreat? XRP, which is associated with the company Ripple, was designed to act as a bridging currency that streamlines transactions within the Ripple payments network. This innovation makes it significantly more cost-effective for banks to transfer funds internationally. Back in 2020, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, initiated legal action against Ripple, accusing the firm of violating financial securities regulations. However, due to changes in the political landscape, particularly under the pro-crypto agenda of former President Donald Trump, this lawsuit was recently dismissed. As a result, XRP's value surged to $3.65, marking its highest price point since 2018. Currently, though, XRP's value has dropped to approximately $2.75. This situation prompts investors to weigh the merits of buying at a lower price or considering this decline as a precursor to a more significant downturn. Section: A unique use case for XRP. What sets XRP apart from the majority of cryptocurrencies, which often rely on volatile market speculation for value, is its real-world utility. To date, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, BTC, have struggled to achieve widespread acceptance as practical payment solutions for consumers and businesses alike. XRP aims to change this narrative by enabling banks to conduct instant cross-border transactions directly with one another, thus eliminating the need for slow and often costly intermediaries. By utilizing XRP through the Ripple payments network, banks can opt to send this cryptocurrency instead of traditional domestic fiat currency, thereby avoiding hefty foreign exchange charges. Astonishingly, processing a single XRP transaction comes at an incredibly low cost of just 0.00001 tokens, which is a mere fraction of a cent. The SEC shift in stance. Currently, there is a total supply of 100 billion XRP tokens. With approximately 59.5 billion currently in circulation, Ripple retains control over the remaining 40.5 billion tokens and releases them gradually to meet market demand. This structure was pivotal in the SEC's decision to litigate against Ripple. The agency believed that given Ripple's control over XRP, the cryptocurrency should be regulated similarly to conventional financial securities such as stocks and bonds. In August 2024, a favorable ruling for Ripple emerged from the courts, which the SEC promptly appealed, posing the risk of prolonging litigation for several more years. However, with the appointment of crypto-friendly Paul Atkins by Trump as the SEC chair, the agency has started to withdraw several cases against major players in the industry. Last month, the SEC officially abandoned its appeal against Ripple, thus concluding a 5-year legal dispute. This outcome not only liberates XRP from stringent regulatory constraints, but also ignites speculation that a more accommodating SEC could eventually approve spot XRP exchange-traded funds, ETFs. Recently, the SEC did sanction a fund named the ProShares Ultra XRP ETF, which invests in XRP futures contracts without buying the cryptocurrency directly. Such approvals may pave the way for spot ETFs. As precedent indicates that futures-based Bitcoin ETFs often precede the launch of spot Bitcoin ETFs. The introduction of spot ETFs could provide a vital new demand channel for XRP, enabling financial advisors and institutional investors to purchase the cryptocurrency in a more secure and regulated manner. Typically, these investors find private digital wallets too precarious due to risks of hacks and asset theft. Consider caution. Future upside is not assured despite the optimistic developments surrounding XRP. I hold a contrary perspective on its long-term trajectory, which I believe is likely to trend downward rather than upward. For starters, banks are not obligated to adopt XRP to enjoy the benefits of instantaneous cross-border transfers via Ripple payments, as the network offers support for fiat currencies. Consequently, the success of Ripple payments does not necessarily translate to a corresponding increase in XRP's value. Additionally, I harbor doubts about XRP's ability to gain from potential spot ETF approvals. Bitcoin benefited from such endorsements because many investors already view it as a legitimate store of value, owing to its decentralized design and limited supply. In contrast, XRP is centrally governed by Ripple, creating a vulnerability where any challenges faced by the company could adversely affect the token's worth. The prolonged legal battle with the SEC illustrates this vulnerability vividly. XRP's recent peak is the culmination of 8 years of fluctuating fortunes, and after reaching an all-time high in 2018, it witnessed a staggering drop of more than 90%. A similar decline is not outside the realm of possibility this time around. Therefore, my recommendation would be to exercise caution rather than hastily buying into this recent dip. Anthony DiPizio does not hold positions in any stocks mentioned herein. The Motley Fool holds positions in and recommends Bitcoin and XRP, adhering to a specified disclosure policy.